Dinner Guests Me by Langston Hughes. I know I am the Negro problem, being wined and dined, answering the usual questions that come to white mind, which seeks demurely to probe in polite way the why and wherewithal of darkness USA. Wondering how things got this way in current democratic night, murmuring gently over feuilles du bois, I'm so ashamed of being white. The lobster is delicious, the wine divine, and center of attention at the damask table, mine. To be a problem on Park Avenue at 8 is not so bad. Solutions to the problem, of course, wait.
Okay, so Sophia, Kamara, and Dave. Sophia, take us anywhere. We'll follow your lead.
Okay. I feel like this is a very easy poem to say out loud. I feel like the sway of it, the meter, invites us to think it's an easy thing to talk about because it's easy to say. And it almost implicates those who say it out loud in this project of silencing the way that other dinner guests have done it to the speaker.
Wow. Damn. I don't think we've ever gone there. Okay, Kamara, can you pick that up? That's such an interesting point. I mean, if you want, just repeat Sophia's point in your own words and we'll elaborate, or go somewhere else if you like.
I am so sorry, but I had trouble hearing the point and I was leaning into my computer.
Oh my goodness. You know what? This is a
Sorry.
pedagogical strategy. You and I are in cahoots because I really love when I hear an amazing point to ask the person to repeat it.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Can you paraphrase what you just said? It was so great.
Okay. I said, I think this is an easy poem to say out loud, and I think it is an easy meter to understand. And that makes the reader who says it out loud complicit in thinking this is an easy topic to talk about, and thus making those who say it out loud complicit in the same kind of silencing that the other dinner guests participate in.
Damn, you did it, I think, even better the second time. Snaps for Sophia Durose.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, Kamara, did you pick that up? Because if you didn't, I'll ask
Yes.
Sophia to say it again.
I would love for you to say it again, but I think I heard you that time, and I think that was so interesting because for me, when I was listening, I was hearing the dragging out of the wine and the dine, and it felt like it was bleeding into so many different things. And so it's interesting that your point about even the saying out loud as being complicit, because also the sound of the words are just taking up so much space, just like so many of the other people in the poem, right? And so that's kind of what I was thinking about and imagining a lot of people at my work experience.
Oh yeah. What, did you want to go there? What are you saying? That this is a poem about discomfort and awkwardness in a forced setting, and it kind of reproduces in classrooms, and it reproduces around dinner tables, and at workplaces the same kind of awkwardness, which is not just, I mean, overt hateful racism is one thing, but Hughes is talking about the sweetie pie liberal anti-racism that has its forms of racism, which is creating the awkwardness. So you want to go a little further with this?
Yeah, I think that for me, the reproduction of silencing almost through and within the politeness is something that resonated with me here. Like the politeness becomes a veil, sort of.
Yes.
And a justification almost for the sitting within.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a lot about to probe, capital P, in a polite way here.
Yeah. I wonder, I want to turn to Dave. Thank you, Kamara. I want to turn to Dave, but back to Sophia for a second. Politeness is a word that Kamara has introduced, but it's something of a synonym for the, easy wasn't the word you used, but for the readiness of the meter and form. It's almost a polite aesthetic as a device for pulling us in. Would you accept that?
Yeah, I feel like when something rhymes, it's like pleasing. It kind of fulfills an expectation.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's this slotting into, like, we've done enough to feel like we've done enough. The rhyme is enough. You know, obviously, not obviously, if a speaker in this situation is using rhyme, it might be sardonic or it might be usurping that in a way. But if it, like, a rhyme doesn't necessarily work, it might just be a tool, you know?
Wow. Okay, great. Dave, your thought on this, and then we'll turn to the next topic.
One thing that strikes me right over the head is right from the beginning, the line, "I know I am the Negro problem."
Yeah.
Because the speaking subject here is not a person, they are a social issue. So
Right.
what's happening is they're being dehumanized, they're being disembodied and dehumanized all over again, just in a different way now. Because when you think of human morality, I mean, a lot of people think it's founded on this idea of moral regard, that you see somebody and you recognize that they're human, and that means you owe them certain types of duties and obligations. And that's why you dehumanize somebody who you want to not have to give those aspects of morality to. And that's why, you know, people are referred to as dogs, as less than human and things like that. And that's why I like Claude McKay's "If We Must Die," the way that flips the script there. But here in this poem, Dinner Guest Me, the speaking subject is being dehumanized all over again in just a different way. And it's powerful in that it's progress, but then it's really not. You still have not broken through. And I think that's powerful.
I'm so glad you brought up essentially the use of pronoun, because the pronoun, the first word of this poem is the first person I. And then, of course, immediately the I becomes an issue rather than a person, a stand-in for politics. In the Claude McKay poem, there is no I. I don't think it's not there is a you. So it's this whole question of what happens to subjectivity is addressed in a completely different way.